is Alan Lee, and welcome to our community presentation of Tawnies of the West. Our first chapter will deal with the origins of the involvement of African contributions to making of the American West. Many people don't know that the banjo, one of the mainstays of country music, originated in West Africa. This hat here, the dingaday, is from Senegal. It's a hat used by the drummers, it's used by the griots, it's used by the rice growers and the potato growers, the yam growers. Many of the things that we take for granted as being American actually originated in Africa. Hopefully, I'll be able to present some of these things to you today. Welcome to our show and enjoy. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. How are you today? Today, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the history of the African American and the making of the American West. I'm going to talk to you about the black cowboys. I'm going to talk to you about the black miners. I'm going to talk to you about black soldiers. Why don't you begin by introducing yourself, starting from this side right here. What is your name, ma'am?
Jennifer.
Okay. Josephine. Latoya. Alicia. Shauna. Alicia. Brandon. Lorenzo. Okay. Lorenzo. Okay. Welcome to our show today. Today I want to begin by discussing the first arrival of the African to the new world. Many of you have heard of, maybe you've seen the movie Pocahontas. Yes? Okay. Well, as it turns out, we know that people of African descent were in America way before Pocahontas met John Smith. In 1526, there was a town that the Spanish had started in South Carolina called San Miguel de Guadalupe. With them, they brought 100 African slaves with them. That was way before Jamestown and way before Plymouth Rock. So, with them, they began the art of Africans in the American West. Now, the first cattle that came to America came from Africa. The trick of cattle branding is an African trait, came from North Africa. The first horses to come to America came from Africa. They were known as the barb horse. Some of the earliest cowboys in the American West and the Spanish West, they were called defuestas, or saddle tree lads. They were in 1579, they were in what was known as New Spain's northern frontiers. We now call that place Mexico and parts of Texas. These were the earlier cowboys. Today I want to sing to you a song about a defuesta, a saddle tree lad, a black cowboy who was riding along the range in the northern frontiers of New Mexico, and he was looking for something, for maybe some mesquite meal or some water in an Indian village. And when he walked into this village, he saw a remuda of horses. That is a group of horses. He saw a remuda of horses, and he looked into this group of horses, and he started to ride his horse fast into this group of horses, and they all scattered away except for one horse. He jumped off of his horse and walked over to this one horse that was left, and he talked to it in his ancient African tongue. Now, the Native Americans, the Indian people who were there, they were wondering, was this man crazy? They couldn't understand his language, but they respected this African because he talked to the horses. It was a good thing for people to talk to animals. That meant that they respected their spirit. So this first song is about this defuesta, this saddle tree lad, this early black cowboy in the 1500s, and the fact that he had found a horse that was brought with him from Africa, because before he became defuesta, before he became the saddle tree lad in New Spain, he was known as the master of horse in Africa. He was called the Olokan Isen, the master of horse, in an empire called the Oyo Empire. And when he was sold into slavery, his horse was sold with him. So, what would you do after several years if you lost your dog or your cat or your bird flew away, your parakeet, and you moved to a new neighborhood, and all of a sudden, there was a parakeet up in your new neighborhood, in your new house up in the tree? What would you do? Would you be happy to see that bird? Would you be happy to see that dog? Yes? Okay, well, this is what this African was saying to his horse. He was very happy to see that horse from Africa, and he started talking to it. And this song is about some of the words that he said to that horse that day. And I want you to sing the chorus with me. And the chorus is, I came with the horses. Let's practice that one time, okay? We just sing, I came here with the horses. I came here with the horses. I came here with the horses. Very good. Now when I ask you to come in, you just sing with me. Just listen to the story that he was singing to his horse. I haven't seen your familiar face since we both got on the boat now. I heard your footsteps on board, and when we landed on the coast I seen them. They brought us here to give them a land we'd never own now. But we'll make it for the reapers to take what we do sow now. Here comes your part. I came here with the horses. Very good. One more time. I came here with the horses. I see you found some new kings. To his hunts and to his wars you're taking. I wonder if they'll understand me if I say that you came here from the moors now. I hear them call you elk dog, then they mark you with their hands. If they ask me where you come from, I'll just say that the horse came with the man. And I came here with the horses. Your turn. I came here with the horses now, alright. Again. I came here with the horses. One more time. I came here with the horses now. I came here with the horses. Give yourself a hand. All right, very good. Very good, very good.